at auctioneers. All right, our next lot is 84, and we have an antique 19th century cage crinoline, and there are 20 canvas wrapped wires in this one. So really another really unique one. Front buckle closure, has some damage to the closure, now has a drawstring tie, somebody put that in. In good condition, just some minor loss to the canvas on the wire and some minor discoloration. So this is a good piece here, folks. And second to the last one left.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, we're going to start it at 50. 50 to bid now 60. 60 now 70. Would have been 70. Would have been 70. 60 to bid now 70. 70 now 80. Would have been 80. Would have been 80. 80 I have now 90. 90. 90. 90. 80 to bid now 90. Would have been 90. Would have been 90. 90. 100. 100 now 110. 110. 10. 10. 100 now 110. Would have been 110. 110. 110 now 120. 120. 120. 120 now 130. 30. 30. 30. 130. 140. 130 to bid now 140. 140 now 150. 50. 50. 150 now 160, 150 now 160, 160 now 170, 70, 70, 70, 70, 170 now 180, 80, 80, 180 now 190, 190, 90, 90, 90, 90, 190 now 200, 2, 2, 2, looking for 200, 2, 2, 2 I have now 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 200 bid 2 1/4, 200 now 2 1/4, 200 now 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 200 to bid now 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 200 now 2 1/4, 2 1/4, better than that, keep going, this is a rare one, look at the color, 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. It's the condition is probably one of the better ones because there's not the oxidation or the damage to the wires.
Still really wrapped nicely. There's a little bit on the edge.
Think about it, folks. Get in on it.
This is much nicer than the other one, folks.
All right. Hey, it's got Halloween colors too. All right, 200, really looking cool. For 225. 225, really cool. Did you change your mind? 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. 200, looking for 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Yes, 2 1/4 now, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 2 1/2. 2 1/4 now, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 2 1/2. 225, looking for 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 2 1/2. Are you all done? 225, looking for 250, going once. 225, looking for 250, going twice. It's your last call. And we sold it for $225 to a bidder on Bid Square. $225 to a bidder on Bid Square. Thank you, folks. All right, and this is it, folks. Your last chance at the hoop skirts and the crinolines. We have the 19th century, this is lot 85, 19th century cage crinoline. This one has 24 canvas wrap wires. It's missing the waistband. 3 buckle closure, has a little bit of damage. This one is
a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, okay.
A lot of damage on this, a lot of oxidation.
Oh yeah, it looks a little fragile there.
It's very fragile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some major loss on the canvas wire
it's rusting.
and the straps.
You can't even just say it's oxidation to be polite. It's rusting. It's in sad shape.
And we're going to start it
The
out.
hands that are holding it have half of
All right,
one.
10, looking for 15, 10 now 15, 15, 15 now 20, 20, 20, would have been 20, 20 now 25, 25, 25, 20 now 25, 25 now 30, would have been 30, would have been 30, would have been 30, 25 to bid now 30, 30, 30, 30 now 35, 30 now 35, 5, 5, would have been 35, 35, 35, 30 now 35, 35, 35, 35 now 40, 35 now 40, 40, 40 is the arrow. 35 now 40, 40, 40, 40 now 45, 45. Okay. Just working up a sweat here.
Down more?
Sure.
It's at 68.
Oh, okay.
Just open the front door.
45. Yeah, it's just humid. Maybe it's just humid.
You're just hot
Guys,
tonight.
I know, I'm on
You guys
fire.
warm, open the
45
front
now
door.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50 to bid now 60, 50 to bid now 60, 50 now 60, 50 now 60, 60 to bid now 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 60 is the bid now 70, 70, 70, 60 is the bid now 70, 70 now 80, 70 now 80, would have been 80, would have been 80, would have been 80. You could use this as a model to recreate one. That would be a good idea, good use for it.
Definitely.
70, bid 80, bid 80, bid 80, 80, bid 90, bid 90, bid 90, 80, bid 90, bid 90, bid 90, bid 90, 80 to bid now 90, would have been 90, would have been 90, would have been 90, 80 bid 90, would have been 90, 80 bid 90, would have been 90, would have been 90. Are you all done? 80 to bid, looking for 90, 90, now $100, looking for $100, 90 I have, 100, 90 now 100, 100, would have been 100, 90 to bid now 100, 100, 100, 100, 90 to bid now 100, 90 now 100, would have been 100. Are you all done? Now $100 we have, looking for 110, would have been 110, 10, 10, 10, 100 now 110, 110, 110, 100 to bid now 110, would have been 110, would have been 110, 100 now 110, 10, 10, are you all done? $100 the bid, looking for 110, going once, $100 looking for 110, going twice. Last call. And we sold it. $100 to a bidder on Dana Auctions.
Keep going, 'cause Danny
100
took a
bid
break.
to a bidder on Dana Auctions. Well, we're gonna start on some shoes now. Okay, we've got antique ivory shoes. This is lot 86. 1897 shoes by W.B. Loveless Company
No,
from
this-
Pittsburgh,
just go
Pennsylvania.
inside the shoes.
Strap closures with a white glass button. The inside notes that these were Miss Paul Clark's mother's, and they're a size 3B. They're in fair condition. The silk is splitting
box
on the
behind
strap, and there's some minor discoloration on the outside and some discolorations on the inside. But otherwise, a really pretty shoe. All right, we're starting it out at. All right, 10, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, would have been 15, would have been 15, 15 now 20, would have been 20, 20, 20, 15 a bid now 20, would have been 20, would have been 20, would have been 20, would have been 20, 15 a bid now 20, would have been 20, would have been 20, 25, 20 to bid now 25, would have been 25, 5, 5, would have been 25, 20 to bid now 25, would have been 25, would have been 25, 20 to bid now 25, would have been 25, would have been 25, 25 now 30, would have been 30, would have been 30, would have been 30, 25 to bid now 30, 25 to bid now 30, would have been 30, would have been 30, would have been 30, 25 to bid now 30, 30 now 35, 5, 5, 30 now 35, would have been 35, would have been 35, would have been 35, 30 now 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 30 to bid now 35, would have been 35, would have been 35, would have been 35, 30 now 35, 30 now 35, would have been 35, 35, 35, 30's a bid now 35, are you all done? 30's a bid looking for $35, going once. 30's a bid looking for $35, going twice. Last call. Now we sold it. $30 to a bidder on Dana Auctions. $30 to a bidder on Dana Auctions. Up next, lot 87. These are antique brown leather lace-up boots made by Queen Quality from Boston.
Just off a little bit.
And they're in good condition. Just some minor wear and scuffs. All right, what are you going to pay on these nice looking boots? We're going to start it at $30. 30 to bid, 35 to buy. 30 now 35. Can't spit it out today. 30 now 35, 5, 5 would have been 35. 30 now 35. 30's a bid now 35. Ooh, not much wear on those. Look
No,
at the
these are
bottoms.
nice. The heels
These
are
are nice.
nice too. The
Well,
other
they're not
ones
gonna fit me.
have some issues with the heels.
I
Those
know
are
they
really
won't fit
cool.
me. I would try.
They wouldn't, yeah.
30
they
now
won't fit me
35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 30 to bid now 35, would have been 35, 30 now 35, 30 now 35, would have been 35, would have been 35, 30 to bid now 35, 35, 35, better than that folks. These are $100 boots all day long. 30 now 35, 35, 35, 35. Where are my bidders at? All the hoop skirt people went away. 30 now 35, we need some shoe folks in here, get in here. There we go. 35 now 40, 35 now 40, 40 would have been 40. 35 to bid now 40, would have been 40, would have been 40. 35 to bid now 40, would have been 40, would have been 40, would have been 40. 35 now 40, would have been 40. 35 now 40, would have been 40, would have been 40, would have been 40. 35's the bid now 40, 35 now 40. Are you all done? 35's the bid, looking for $40 going once. 35 looking for $40 going twice. Last call. And we sold them. $35 to a bidder on Dana Auctions. $35 to a bidder on Dana Auctions. All right, we've got some more antique boots here. This is lot 88. These are dark brown leather lace-up boots. The laces are olive green and in fair condition. The boots do have some scuff and wear, and the heels are starting to split. So take a look at those photos. All right, we're going to start these ones off at
30.
All right, 30 we have. Looking for 35. Would have been 35, 5, 5. 30 now 35. Would have been 35. Would have been 35. Would have been 35. 30 now 35. 30 now 35. Would have been 35. I like the shape of those heels. 30 now 35. 30 bid 35. Bid 35. Bid 35. 30 now 35. 35. 35. 35. 30 to bid now 35. 30 to bid 35. You're not interested in shoes today? What do you want? Boots are great. Come on, folks. 30, now 35. We don't have many shoes in this auction. 30's the bid, looking for 35. 30 now 35, would have been 35, would have been 35. 30 now 35, are you all done? 30's the bid, looking for 35, going once. 30's the bid, looking for 35, going twice. Last call. And we sold it $30 to a bidder on Live Auctioneers. $30 to a bidder on Live Auctioneers.
All right, now we're gonna have some fun.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
No, remember those are the hip ones. Those are the waist and the
Like that, right?
other way.
Other way, flip it.
Other way.
There we go.
And
Oh,
under the
yes.
bus.
There we go.
All right, this is what you
Garters
were
on the
looking for.
bottom.
You like the sassy stuff here. 89, we have 3 vintage corsets. One by Ladylike, size
this one?
28, along with 2 others. All of them are steel boned and they all lace up. All have attached garters, and overall condition is pretty good. Just some spots. One of them has some water stains, and we're going to start it at 110, looking for 120, 110, bid 120, 120 now, 130, 130, 130, 130, 120 now, 130, 130, would have been 130, 130, 140, 130 to bid now, 140, would have been 140, would have been 140, 130 to bid now, 140, would have been 140, would have been 140, 130, 140, 130, 140, would have been 140, 130 is the bid, 140, 130 now, 140, 130 to bid now, 140, 140, 140, 3 corsets, 1 money, good deal. I like the peach one. 30, 130, 140.
Really cool.
They're
They are
really,
really
they're
cool.
great condition.
They
All
are.
right, we have 130, looking for 140, 130 to bid, looking for 140, 130, 140, 140. Are you all done? I have 130, looking for 140, 130, 140, going once. 130, looking for 140, going twice. It's your last call.
Yeah.
Just in time, 140. All right, give me 150, 140 now, 150, 150 now, 160, 150 need 160, 160, 160, 160, 150 to bid now, 160, 150 now, 160, 150 now, 160. Don't lose it for $10. 150 now, 160. Are you all done? I have 150, looking for 160, going once. 150, looking for 160, going twice. Last call. And we sold it $150 to a bidder on Dana Auctions. $150 to a
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.